What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. Look like the Indiana Fever finally have their 2025 roster. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. The debate is over. All of the talking is done. The Indiana Fever finally have the team that they're going to be going to NBA championship with. I gotta just keep it real there. It has been an uphill battle, revamping this team, literally cutting off all the loose fat, really getting rid of everybody from last year for the most part. And it looked like Kelly and Amber came into this thing with a plan. And the plan is to surround Caitlin Clark with veteran players and make sure they have a front court that is nearly unstoppable. MAKAYLA TIMPSON, being the cherry on top for this roster, finally gets them the front court they need to be successful for the 2025 season. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to be fireworks as we get closer to the start of the season, man. I believe that game against the Chicago Sky on May 17th is going to be a statement game. That's going to be a game setting the tone for the entire season. I believe the Indiana Fever is going to go to that game and railroad, destroy, annihilate the Chicago Sky. I mean, they don't even have a chance, bro. There has been articles released actually telling people why MAKAYLA TIMPSON made this roster and why she was ultimately the cherry on top. Let's head on over to the IndyStar.com. So the Fever made their final roster cut to see who made Indiana 2025 Fever opening day. And we ultimately know that was MAKAYLA TIMPSON. Now, burn any last minute trades or signings rookie MAKAYLA TIMPSON has made the Indiana Fever opening day roster. Indiana Fever waived 26-year-old guard Jaylen Brown this past Tuesday. Now, Brown, she was included in that 14 trade with Dallas, man, and she ultimately came over with Amber Cox, man. Now, Stephanie White was pretty vocal about this roster change and everything it means going forward to the 2025 season.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's execution, working to really start to understand our reads, understand who you're on the floor with and how to get them the ball in positions to be successful, continuing to build on our defensive coverages and execution points, and really, fine tuning as we add.
Had a lot of rotations and a lot of minutes spread around Saturday in Atlanta. What did you kind of learn about being able to just do a lot of things?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're going to be a deep team. We're very much like the Pacers in that we can play, 10 deep, maybe 11 deep, depending upon the matchups. So we're going to be deep and we're going to use our bench. We've got to find as coaches what the right combinations are, what the right substitution patterns are. I don't feel like we really have a true sense of that yet. But we're going to use our depth. We want to wear teams down so that in the fourth quarter we can take advantage.
Will it be a matter of some of these women having to figure out how to be like a 7, 8, 9 when they're used to being a 3, 4, 5? Maybe the rules are adjusted for quite a few of them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that we talk about every day. I mean, we're sacrificing for our team. Right, we're selfless in our pursuit of what we ultimately want to do, which is compete for a championship. And so it's going to be that way. And sometimes it's going to be matchup driven. Sometimes it's just going to be based on who's hot. I am never afraid to go with hot lineups. So if a group is out there and they're rolling, and I'm going to continue to let them roll. Right. So, it'll be a little bit of a work in progress for us. But I can tell you what, I'd rather have depth and the challenges that come with depth than to not.
Sophie obviously sat out today. Do you know any more about her injury or how long she'll be out?
No, I mean, it's going to be a day-to-day thing, just seeing how she recovers. Just a day-to-day. I'll depend on our training staff to tell me what she's capable of doing every day, and we'll see how it goes.
Damaris obviously sat out of Atlanta too, but she was her thing a day-to-day as well.
It's day-to-day as well. I think making sure that we approach their health and wellness as a priority. They're ready physically and mentally as well. So again, I trust the training staff to tell me what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and then we'll go from there.
And it makes this look like a loose practice. This group seems very comfortable with
Mhm.
each other at this point.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that this third weekend now?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a group that's really connected. Look, we haven't had any adversity yet. We've got to be able to stay connected through that. But we also have a real good group of veterans that can help our young players understand that yes, this is an intense time of the year because we're about to start the season. But you can't be too tight, right? Like you got to approach it. Like the one thing I don't worry about with this team is how they do their work, right? Because they work, they're focused, they're disciplined, they're locked in. I really can honestly say we haven't had a bad practice from that kind of energy and standpoint. And so, they're loose, and I like that about them.
This offense, you're able to put a lot of spacing around someone like Aaliyah.
Mhm.
How much does that help her just to have so much room to work with?
I think it's going to help her a lot. Now, finding her spots is a little bit different in our system than what she's been used to. So I think really hunting opportunities when she has them, whether it's mismatches, whether it's after an action that she's involved in. Right now we want to use AB as a hub. And right now, I think sometimes, when we use the term hub, oftentimes they think passing all the time, and it's not. It's using her to then get into another action. So I want her to be a little bit more selfish in that standpoint, from that standpoint. But I think that's going to come. It's going to come when we get more comfortable in our reads.
Stephanie White giving us a crucial update about this 2025 roster. Just like I stated, MAKAYLA Timpson did make the roster. They have their team going into the 2025 season. We got about 3 days left until the start of the season, man. And it's only up from here. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on, because you know why? I'm going to bring you the news. And like always, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Goes on to say, KK ability to come in and impact the game, which we already read that. Went on to say, Timpson the forward will give Indiana some crucial depth behind starters Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard, and backup dancers and Brianna Turner. Her inclusion on the roster will give Indiana 6 guards and 5 forwards to start the season. Keeping Timpson made sense in terms of breakdown of guards and forwards on the roster in order to have enough depth in the front court. That was the whole thing, bro, was this front court. That was a big issue last year. They had problems in that front court. Now those problems are null and void, bro. They gone. That front court is nasty right now. Arguably one of the best front courts in all of the W, bro. Now, keeping Timpson made sense. And there are also issues, especially with the new collective bargaining agreement coming in 2026 that promised to increase player salaries that could have made it more appealing to keep Timpson over Brown. At the end of the day, they knew what they was doing, man. So here we go. Here go the contract. So Timpson signed a 4-year rookie scale contract with the Fever, according to Sports Direction. She will earn $69,000 in 2025, $70,000 in 2026, $77,000 in 2027. And her 4th-year option, she will make $88,000. When the WNBA and Players Union negotiate the new CBA agreement in 2021, will include that the rookie scale contract salary before the agreement remain unchanged. The new CBA has yet to be negotiated, but the Fever could very well get Timpson for cheap for the next 4 years if the apples line up. I think they got her, bro. She's on the team. That's it. It's over and done with. And I'm wishing her, Jaylen Brown, nothing but the best. Welcome to the team, MAKAYLA Timpson. Looking forward to checking you guys out in person. But like always, man, until next time, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on, because you want to know why? Your boy John Liquidator going to bring you the news. And like always, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out. Shake the haters.